What was Milan's strength last season? Milan's strength last season was the unity. The fact that they all played for each other. Everybody went the same way, the same direction, the same objectives. There was no discord in the team to say, guys, there's an issue here, there's an issue there. Leao was named best player of Serie A last season. He is a mere fragment of what he was last season. Although at the beginning of the year last year, he was so-so, then he picked it up. But this year, guys, he's having trouble. He started off well, but after this World Cup, not the same. And I think the fact is that the unity is broken. Something is broken in the locker room, and it shows. Why? Because did you listen to Kjaer's interview? Simon Kjaer had an interview where he said that he was in his best shape, that he felt perfectly fine, that he could give a lot of a nice helping hand to this team. And he's also said that he was sick of not playing. He said his best game was against Tottenham on February 14th, coming back from his injury, and he hasn't seen the pitch since, and he's sick of not playing. So Simon Kjaer, guys, is a veteran. He's part of the leadership group, right? He has that leadership, he has that experience, that international experience. He wants to play. He's only 34, and right now he's not seeing the field. He can't be happy. And he's looking at Tomori not playing well, making a lot of mistakes. And he's probably thinking in his head, I can do a lot better than Tomori right now. And I don't think he's the only one. Because if you take a look at the players that Pioli hasn't used this season, including Adli, who had a fantastic preseason. Why didn't he play after? Nobody understands. Vranks had appearances here and there, didn't play badly. Why isn't he a choice to play for the midfield? And then Pobega, guys. Pobega, who at the beginning of the season was first choice when Tonali or Benacer came out. Okay. Then Krunic comes back and you say, that's fine. Krunic is a favorite of Pioli's. Makes sense that he puts him in first. But Pobega has been practically relegated to last choice. Like against Tottenham and in another game, he played Bakayoko before playing Vranks or Pobega or Adli. So what is the problem? They can't be happy to be relegated behind a player that Milan wants out of the locker room, no matter what, no excuses by the end of the season. They don't want him anymore. They tried dumping him. It didn't work. So how can you make him play? And somebody like Pobega, who actually comes from the farm team, who had an excellent season with Torino, why isn't he getting minutes? Maybe he wasn't adapted to the 4-2-3-1. You say in front of the defense, that wasn't his best position. Maybe, but recently Milan's been playing with the 3-4-2-1, right? Something like that. So you can't tell me that Pobega doesn't fit in the centrocampo a quattro. It doesn't make sense. And then you have the players that haven't renewed their contracts, right? So Leao, we know he's been a mess after the World Cup. Not happy. He wants the 8 million euros. However, right now he's not showing he's worth 8 million euros. Why would you give him 8 million euros? He hasn't scored in how long? Yes, he is the most dangerous player. He can come up with a play, can come up with something at any given moment. But right now he's not showing it. Giroud doesn't have his contract yet. Everybody says there's only $300,000 difference between what he's asking and what they're giving him. But he still hasn't signed. Could he be tempted by an English team at 7 million euros? Because apparently there's talks that Everton would be one of those teams. Could he say, yes, I love being at Milan, but if Milan is not willing to give me $300,000, then why can't I go somewhere else? And then finally we have Ibra. Ibra, guys, we all know the heart and soul of this team. However, he has also said that he still feels very important, that he can contribute to this team, that he deserves important minutes. And that's a bit a conflict as well, because he won't be playing a lot of minutes. He won't be first choice. They have Giroud, and next season, if he signs another contract for the locker room, for whatever they keep him, they're probably going to get another striker, a younger one. And that means he's going to be third choice, because I'm pretty sure if the young striker comes out, Giroud's going to go on, or vice versa. And so, not the best feeling around this locker room, guys. And then there is the famous case of Charles De Ketelaere, the boy wonder with a big price tag, with a lot of pressure. He wanted to come to Milan. They want to get him, and this season he's not doing well. But that's also a Pioli thing. Why? Because you can't give him 15 minutes a game and expect him to be this wonder kid. You could see technically he has it. Personality-wise, you see he's a bit shy. He doesn't have that extra je ne sais quoi to go after running people and trying to bury the ball in the net. He's missing that killer instinct. But that also is a Pioli thing. And so a lot of uncertainty around this locker room. Will Pioli be there next year? We don't know. We'll see what happens. One thing's for sure, if they don't make the Champions League, guys, it will be a disaster. It will be a disaster because after 3 straight campaigns where you actually qualify for the Champions League, you can't miss out. You can't miss out. Not to teams like Roma, not to teams like Lazio, not to teams like Inter. Inter is in the same position as Milan. They're not doing a great season. Like, forget about it. But Roma's been so on and off. Lazio's been so on and off. Recently, Lazio playing well. And Juventus is only 7 points behind, guys, even though they took out 15 points. And let's not forget the beginning that Juve had where nobody thought Allegri was going to make it past November. But he's still there, and the team is a completely different team, guys. So Milan, guys, they got to focus. They got to regroup. You got to get together, get some wins on the board, because right now, guys, it's not happening, and we have 3 intense battles against Napoli in 20 days coming up. So you got to do it. They got to do it. Let me know what you think. Leave in the comments, like and subscribe.